So it's game over. Crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're all dead in the water with the regulations that are about to come down. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe, 5x5 stay alive here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. I am very excited for the rest of the week. Yes, even though, you know, there's going to be some sad news that I have to show for you guys. But hey, you know what? It was coming. We know they're coming. You know they have to try and stop crypto. They have to try, right? So, because they can't be like, I mean, come on. If you could print money and make everybody your slave, don't you think you might want to keep that? So, obviously they're gonna try. So don't worry. All right, when we talk about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how to best navigate the situation. All right, so make sure you watch the whole show and watch all the way to the end, because we're also going to do some TA, right, to help you decide how to do some trades on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you want to do that, make sure you head over to okx.davincij15.com or bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You could check them out. Okay, so let's get on with it. Let's go. But let's start off with Fitburn. As you know, I am an ambassador of Fitburn here. Let's show you the t-shirt here. Boom. Fitburn. Make it burn. There you go. Burn to earn, right? By using their application and, purchasing one of their NFTs, t-shirts, and then you could work out and get paid for your workout. So check out this cool application that's going to be launching today. So make sure you download the application onto your iPhone or Android device and get some CAPO tokens. Purchase your t-shirt, right? I'm going to be doing that myself as soon as it becomes available, right? And I might do even a video on that. So look out for that. Okay. Let's get on with the sad news. I saw this coming, and I'm like, I should have prepared for it, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, I'm Canadian, and as a Canadian, I'm sure they're going to get rid of me out of this exchange, right? Even though, I don't live in Canada, this doesn't matter, right? All Canadians are probably going to be kicked out of the exchange, because I got kicked out of Bittrex recently. Well, obviously Bittrex has gone bankrupt, but they were kicked out. They kicked me out, and then I had to reapply with my other passports, because I have more than one. Now, with that said, let me just read this, and I'll give you some solutions on how to work around that, right? If you are Canadian. Crypto exchanges Binance has announced that it would cease operations in Canada, citing challenging regulatory environment. Let's see here. In the tweet, we had high hopes for the rest of Canada blockchain industry. The company had said in a Friday tweet. Unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges makes Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. In February, the Canadian Securities Administration, CSA, right, which is like a SEC of Canada, revealed the new guidelines that prohibit crypto assets trading platforms, with the country from allowing customers to buy or deposit stablecoins without the CSA's prior approval. So, okay, this is how they're going. This is what you have to do. In order for you to deposit a stablecoin into the exchange, the exchange has to notify the government and then get approval from the government so that they can deposit the money. Stablecoin, by the way, not dollars from a bank account. Stablecoins. This is horrible. Obviously, right? Stablecoins, right, are just like another cryptocurrency, but no, right? You can't deposit them unless the government says, okay, yeah, you can deposit. That person can deposit it. Wow. So how, as a Canadian, are you going to, now that all these exchanges are getting wiped out one after one, eventually this is going to wipe out other exchanges that, even though the Canadian economy does have other exchanges that you can go to, those exchanges. How do you best navigate this? Well, I'm not going to specifically tell you how to navigate this, but I am going to give you a little story, right? You see, when I was younger, right, people were able to actually create IDs to get into bars, fake IDs to get into bars. Now, I'm not recommending you do that, but you can do that, right? Because, and I've heard of kids, going out there, because on the web, right? Now that we have the web, it's easier to get fake ID. You can just go to find websites that will do fake IDs, and they do it really good, so that you can hold it up and it will pass the sniff test, and you'll be able to become another citizen of another country without actually being a citizen of another country, which is very expensive. Let me point that out. It is very expensive to become a citizen of another country if you were to pay for it. Right? Not saying you should do that, but just saying, it's a possibility. With that said, let's head over to the next news article. Crypto companies are now playing poker with the SEC as agency cracks down on the industry. Okay, so yeah, right now, Coinbase and Ripple, they're like saying, okay, if you don't give us some clear rules and stop the nonsense, we out. Well, I think they might as well just leave, because if you read the leaked documents, right, we know there's a leaked document that reveals secret Democratic plan for a game-changing U.S. crypto crackdown that could hit the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, so this is out there, okay? It's called Operation Choke Point 2.0, right? We know that it's available. They know that they're up to no good. They're just making sure that the SEC is acting draconian-like, right? So even though, they got, Gary Gensler, head of the SEC, got a nice tongue lashing from government officials, it doesn't matter. Right? Doesn't matter. He's still going to go after crypto companies, even though he was pro-crypto companies before. And now he's not. Why? Because that's not where the paycheck's coming in from, right? It's not coming from the government. Just so you know. So, and he's got full reign. So obviously he's going to do what the people who are actually paying him, not the government, but who the people are actually paying him to do. Okay? So don't get it twisted. And so that is the plan to stop crypto, because, hey, if you have a printing press and you can make everybody a slave by giving them this money that you printed for free, you might want to keep that. So obviously they have a plan in order to keep that going as long as possible. And that's what they're doing here. So effectively, these companies should just stop the game, stop the bluff, just leave. EU crypto tax plan includes NFTs, foreign companies, draft text shows. Okay, so it's not law yet. That's the key thing here. But, they're going to try. I think it's useless law, right? But you know what? If they pull it off, I'm going to tell you. And so stick around. I'm going to tell you how we're going to work around it. So, all right. The European Union plans to force crypto companies to give tax authorities details of their clients' holdings according to the draft bill released to Coinbase under the Freedom of Information laws. The data sharing laws based on the model of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, is set to be agreed by finance ministers next week and will allow tax authorities to share data with 27 nation bloc. Commission officials have said the bill received unanimous acclaim at a meeting on Wednesday. Oh, crap. Through people familiar with the matter, told CoinDesk that some finance ministers have not yet received formal approval from a parliament. Okay, so what they're planning to do is make sure that your business, whether it's overseas crypto firms can report to the foreign authorities that they meet the EU norms. So, for example, even if you're a foreign company, you have to report on every single person in the EU, right? After you do, obviously, KYC and stuff like that. But how do you do that if you're a decentralized autonomous organization? And you're like, well, wait a second here, Davinci. I do recall that they did pass a law stating that any DAO that has somebody associated with it is effectively responsible for doing all that work. Yeah, you're right. Did you notice that there was a coin that came out? I could have sworn what was it called? Pepe coin, and there was actually no. The person behind it is anonymous. You see how decentralization works? If you want to do that, go that route, people will produce assets, produce systems allowing people to trade and remain anonymous. And so by allowing this behavior, these kinds of regulatory behaviors eventually leads us down the path of decentralization, decentralized applications, where there is no one to point to say, hey, you got to stop that. You need to let us know who's what. You got to know. There's no one to attack. And how do you profit from a decentralized system? It's simple. Everyone can. Not just the owner or the creator, but everyone. So since everyone can try to profit, who's the owner? You see how this works? You see how much better it is? All they're doing is making innovation possible by providing these laws. Good one. I mean, you know what? The smart thing, honestly, if I was the government, the smart thing is to allow you see with humans, right? Whenever there's a block, right? Whenever we come up with, there's a block for us to actually survive, we find a way around it, right? That's how we work. Now, if there's no block, right? We don't find ways around it. We don't produce technology to get around that block, right? So if they didn't attack it this way and did nothing, then no one's going to produce a decentralized system that no one really owns, right? Because there's no one attacking it. Without the attack, you can't make you can't produce the asset or the technology in order to prevent the attack, because that'd be stupid. That'd be a waste of resources. So if you allow the technology to grow and then add in the rules, you get a different outcome. But I notice how the government's not that smart. All right. With that said, all right, let's head over to the next point, right? I want to say to all my subscribers who are watching this before this actually comes on. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you head over to DAVINCIJ15.com today and subscribe, because, well, you will get this information earlier than when it's finally published. So, okay, what do we see here with CAPO? You know, I've mentioned it on Twitter, and And you can see, right, we pumped here and then we dumped, but now we're having like slowly higher highs and higher lows as this thing plans to pump again, just like El Pepe. Now, you could wait, see if we can get some like lower prices. Maybe you wait for the top of this level at 0.012 approximately. So that's a possibility that we could break down, or you could get just below it, right, which is the 0.014 ish area is anywhere between those two. This location is a good buying opportunity, or you can buy a little bit here and see what happens. But if you do buy this asset, just remember one thing: it has zero fundamental value. So this is just a pure gamble and treat it as such, meaning that you don't go all in. Okay, please don't do that. Anyone who does will get a smack across their head. Okay, don't do that. All right, it's just like whatever money that you could throw away. You know that, okay, if it goes to zero, whatever, then you put it in. It's a meme coin season, so I have to talk about it. Alrighty. That said, if you're interested in buying any kind of crypto, make sure you head over to okx.davincej15.com or bybit.davincej15.com. Links are in the description below, where you can get some huge sign-up bonuses just for doing so. Okay, let's get on to Bitcoin and the charts. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in this short, and this short has really turned for the worst. And now we're going back up. We were taking this short based on the target with the M's. You see the M price, we were down to 27, breakdown at the 27,600-ish area. And we took this thing down, we're taking this thing all the way down to the 25,250-ish area, and it did not quite make it. So what do we do here? So obviously you set your stops. Once we got to the 50% mark, you set your stops to break even. Once we broke down through this particular resistance, we thought, it's good to set your stops to break even, but we're coming back at it. So I think right now, since this is not good, we're above this this particular support, which has turned resistance, and now it's back to support again. It's not good. We could bounce off of this again and then break through. So looks like Bitcoin wants to go higher. And wow, we did not break down all the way down to retest the 25K, which is kind of strange, actually. We're back in this range here between 30K-ish, 30,500, 30,600-ish, and all the way down to the $27,000 area is the range that we're back in. So you have to accept it, and that's the way the price action is happening. We have basically kept the range, and prices are staying in this range, and so you have to trade it as such. Yeah, and accept what's happening here. So we are going to most likely hold this range for a while. Okay. If you're interested in trading this, you can head over to bybit.davincej15.com. Links are in the description below, right? Make sure you check it out. Also at okx.davincej15.com. Also links in the description below. I have to tell you, I went to an OKX meeting on the weekend, and just to see what products they have. And man, I'm going to be using some of the products that they have at OKX, because I was quite surprised about what they will offer for basically for KOLs, and what I could do for you guys. It's just unbelievable. Did you know that in OKX, I could actually communicate directly with you guys on the platform through direct messages? So this is going to be huge, and I'm going to be playing with that over the next little while. So definitely sign up to okx.davincej15.com. And yeah, there will be some surprises and bonuses coming down the pipe for people who sign up. I just need to do a little bit of development, and yeah, wow, there's some cool tools. We'll talk about that later on. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button, right, and be a part of it, because it's going to be very interesting. Okay, so again, over here, this short didn't give us much. We broke down and boom, we're back. We're back into this. This short does not look like it wants to take us all the way down to the 61.8. But let's hold on to it. If you're already in it and you're already and you're feeling like a little bit blue with the negatives, we are still below the EMA ribbon. There is a chance that this thing could break down, but with Bitcoin holding its range, it's going to be very, very difficult. As once we keep it inside of a range, coming back out, falling back out is very low on the probability scale. And since this is pretty much the same thing, we're in not really. Actually, we're in the top of this range here. And this range is from $1,800 mark to the $2,150 mark. It's not the greatest, but we're back. It's the greatest range, but it is a range, because you see the $1,800 mark is the bottom of the range, and where we had some support and resistance, especially on the candle bodies here. You can see this is now approximately support or resistance. Right now we're back above it, so it could turn into support. So we have to accept the range as we see it on the board. That's just the way it is. And now, if it breaks back down below the 1,800 level, we can see actually turn around for us. But that's what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to see a breakdown below that, the $1,800 level, to see Ethereum turn around for us. We're keeping an eye out on the market cap here of the dominance market cap. If we could see this thing break now, this rising trend line, right? This was at the top of the trend line, right? If we can break down below that rising trend line and break down below the 47.4 level, this could break us down heavily all the way down to the 42%, which would give us an alt season, which we should take full advantage of, using the little 80 strategy. Head over to Davinci codes.net/videos to get a hold of your free videos on the little 80 strategies if you're interested in trading that, where you can earn more Bitcoin using trading the alts. It's a very simple strategy. Check it out. Okay, with that said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you had some education, maybe to learn few things on how to navigate the situation with our regulatory environment. If you don't want to do some of the things I've recommended, you could wait until the decentralized applications come out, because that will also be a way for people to operate in this regulatory nightmare for crypto, because they cannot stop this technology, because you cannot stop technology whose time has come. Try as they may. I mean, they did it in the UK with cars, and look how well that worked out. Didn't work out very well for the UK. So, hey, you know what? It's not going to work out for the EU or Canada or United States. They will be submitting to the cryptocurrency world as people try to protect their finances from the government. Once again, thanks you all for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the like, and see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.